local, now. You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrivers, what's going on? Welcome back to the Thrive Time Show during your drive time home. If you're listening right now and you're going, I'm about ready to step inside my casa. I'm about ready to step inside my house and to find out what home's all about, but you still want to listen in, you can go to Facebook Live. And on Facebook Live, you can join the Thrive Tribe. And we have a lady named Donna in Valparaiso, Indiana. Valparaiso, what's up, Donna? Donna, how are you? And I know that my flag is not compliant with the patriotic rules, and because I care so much about you, it's on my to-do list. I'm going to flip that flag, readjust it, flip it, reverse it. I'm going to make it happen for you, and it's going to be great, and you're going to love it, and we're going to have a great thing going on in Valparaiso. You guys are great people out there. And we also, for anybody who's not listening on Facebook Live, who says, what are you talking about? We're in the Man Cave. It is the dojo of Mojo, where we come together on a weekly basis to teach you how to start and grow a business. My name's Clay Clark. I'm the former SBA Entrepreneur of the Year in your ear, and I am joined here, you see ear, here, it's all rhyming. I'm joined here with Miss Sharita Bent. How are you?
I'm great.
Hey, real quick, I want to brag on you.
Yeah.
You were working today with a good friend of Mr. Brett Denton. We'll get to Brett in just a minute. I don't want to steal your thunder.
Yeah.
But you're working with a good friend of Brett's today. They're a company called Peak Medical Tech. Neat business, great business. What do they do? What were you doing with these people today?
Well, we were working on this great new software that they are launching, which is really pioneering and changing the whole industry as far as pathology software laboratory work.
Pathology software, is that a thing?
It is. It's amazing and it's revolutionary. And he's helping just make that path and that process of like dealing with people's blood work, their reports,
and
everything.
He flew into Tulsa,
he
Oklahoma.
Came to Tulsa
with a teammate. What was her name?
Her name is Cheryl Hammond.
Flew in to meet with you.
Yes.
And you and Darlin worked today. You got workflow charts.
Yes.
See, Thrivers, when you come to the Thrive15.com world headquarters, and I'm not bragging, I'm just pointing to the scoreboard. We help people start and grow businesses.
Yeah.
We don't walk on fire.
Yeah,
when
we
you
get it
came in,
done.
we're not like, do you want to walk on calls? Hey, how do you feel about how do you feel?
Yeah.
Listen, we could take you to the next level here at the next Tony Robbins seminar. Are you ready to unleash the I'm Tony Puppet Robinson? Tony Poop.
By the way, I always say that because Tony, if you watch his Netflix special, he curses so much. It's unbelievable. But no, you helped him grow his real business.
Yeah, definitely.
Real deal.
He left here with software. It's developed. It's ready to go. It's beautiful.
And you didn't try to high pressure him with some back of the room, high pressure magic money system. Crazy.
No.
I almost can't believe it.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what Tony Robbins had to say about that?
Unbelievable.
Okay, and now we have Brett Denton here from Boise. Now, he's actually a thriver. He lives up there in Boise, Idaho. And apparently, he worked against us in the state of Oklahoma. He played in the game and actually beat the Oklahoma Sooners in the national championship game. Yeah. Sir, why would you do that?
Well, it wasn't quite the national championship game. It was Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. So
Tostito Fiesta Bowl.
We could call it whatever we want.
It felt like
a
championship. It felt like one.
Anytime that we play any game, it's a championship.
Yeah,
got it. Okay,
That's how we are. We're sold out over here in Oklahoma. No, but seriously, now, so you played in that game, and you were responsible for some of that victory sauce.
I was responsible for a little bit of it,
A little bit of that. Now, what do you do now? Tell us about what you do and how people can get a hold of you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I own a gym. It's called Cavell Fitness and Nutrition in Boise, Idaho. But also what I do on a nationwide basis is I coach executives, entrepreneurs, business owners to reach peak levels of performance, whether that be in their family, in their business, in their sport, whatever it may be. And I can be contacted just by calling my phone, 208-991-6537.
One more time, that phone number one more time, just kind of slow like a pro, because I'm trying to write it down, I'm trying to drive, and the Congress has passed laws, the state where I can't text and drive, but I can write and drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm writing and driving. Here we go.
Yep, 208-991-6537.
Boom. Now, Thrivers, we're talking today about the Airbnb story, how 3 dudes went from renting air mattresses to becoming a billion-dollar business. Now, I told you guys they had the idea in 2007. They said, hey, we can't afford rent in San Francisco. Maybe we should promote our house for sale, maybe on Craigslist or whatever. They had 3 people, 2 dudes and a lady show up. They rented out for $80 a piece. And then in 2008, on August 11th, they launched a website called airbedandbreakfast.com. And Sharita says, wouldn't it be cool if you could see that site back in the day?
Yeah.
Shark, where can people go? I've shown you the tools to the keys to the universe. Where can people find it?
He showed me the tools. You can go to archive.org And then when that comes up, there's this little screen at the top that says Wayback. You type in the website that you want to see and you pull it up. We did that during the break, and the website actually looks really good.
Oh, it looks really good
It
from the
finally
very
came up.
beginning.
But you have to click on the bubble after
Okay.
you search. I didn't know that.
Now, I'm going to tell you a little story in just a second, okay? So what happens is in 2007, they start to say it could be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
We've rented it out to, we've got data.
Yeah.
We've got 2 dudes, 1 lady, boom. This is data. It's three pieces of data. So they said, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to call our former roommate. Nathan was a former roommate. So you know how you have like roommates where you roll together, you stick together for a
Yes.
long time? I don't know that dynamic. I can't get into that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
But in my mind, if you're a former roommate, there is a reason.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of times where you
Well,
go.
you have great stories about your business building and your
Yeah.
roommates. So.
What'll happen is, if, I'm just telling you, I went through 3 roommates, all my fault. But if you're someone who's a former roommate and you say it's time to move on, it's because you're like, I can't live with you, usually. Or you get married or
You're
something
right.
happens. But the thing is, they reach out to Nathan. They said, Nathan, now his last name, I'm going to spell
It's
it for you.
amazing. It's amazing.
It's like, it's BLECHARCZYK. And they say, well, on radio, you're supposed to practice the pronunciations before the show. Yeah, you try to pronounce that.
Yeah.
I locked myself into a room for like a week trying to practice it. But anyway, so in 2007, they're pumped up. They got Nathan, who built the site. He's a web developer. So their first site was a pro site.
Yeah.
They go to South by Southwest. For those of you who don't know, it's in Austin, Texas. It is a huge technology conference.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest in the country. They go out to this thing. They got a trade show booth. Now, who here, Brett, have you ever had a trade show booth?
I have. Yes.
Shark, have you ever had a trade show booth? You ever been in one?
I've worked in one before, yes.
Okay, so you got the banners going
Yes.
on. You've got the trussing. You got a video playing. You got business cards. Brett, do
yeah.
you have like trifolds? What kind
Yeah,
of what was your
trifolds,
move?
brochures. Yep.
Yeah.
The trifold, the trifecta, and people are walking by. They're trying to get food samples
Yeah.
and all that, and everyone feels like when I go to the trade show, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. And by
Dominate.
about noon, you've been on your feet for like 7 hours, and you're just like, I don't know if I like this trade show. Well, I'm gonna tell you, they killed it at this show.
Nice.
They dominated the show. They did so well. In fact, they sold an entire trade show. They spent thousands on. Beautiful website. They had 2 bookings. 2 bookings.
Killed it.
2 bookings. They just killed it. I mean, not only did they have 2, but it was almost double what they had before, which was 3. Right? So they
Yeah.
had 2. I mean, could you imagine now the feeling of what it's like
Yeah.
to go to a trade show, to travel from where you're currently living in San Francisco? Let's do the math. Just
Yeah.
what does a ticket cost from San Francisco to Austin? A lot. Time, energy, money, code a site. You travel and you sell 2.
Yeah.
How many people listening right now would go, this is good data. We have doubled the business. It's time to move on to the next level. I mean, how many of you would hear in your hair and your ear, yes, you're on the right path? Very few. And so you have to do right now, if you're listening right now, you got to ask yourself, if this was your story, would you keep pressing on? Would you do what Brett did, as he mentioned in the previous segment? Would you move in with your sister? Would you have your car repoed? Would you be willing to do what it takes to build a successful business? Now, today, Brett Denton, if you Google Cavell Fitness, that's Kvell Fitness, you will see the man has 500 people that go there to work out on a weekly basis, monthly basis, members. Would you be willing to live with your sister? Have your car repoed? Would you be willing to go to South by Southwest and sell 2 somethings? Or are you going to go, I don't know, it just didn't seem like it's working out. This idea's probably not very good. Let me tell you what, the majority of people would quit right there. They would quit. Not you, though, Thrivers, because you are at the right place at the right time. You are listening to the Thrive Time Show during your drive time home. Stay tuned.
You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to your inspiration station right here. You're listening to Tulsa's only local business show. It's the Thrive Time Show and the audio dojo of Mojo. We're always broadcasting from the left coast of the Arkansas River, but today we are in the man cave. Yes, at an undisclosed location where I choose to be undisclosed. My name is Clay Clark. I'm the father of 5 human kids. I'm a man who has matriculated several chickens to full maturity, many of which have been abducted by raccoons, but I have coached several to success. I say several, maybe 1 or 2 that have not been eaten by the raccoon race. But I've had success as a business owner. I was the former SBA Entrepreneur of the Year because I wasn't focusing on chickens, and I am joined here today. I'm always joined with Dr. Robert Zellner, but today he's out expanding his vast entrepreneurial enterprise, and so today I am joined with the hostess with the mostest, Miss Sharita Bent. How are you?
I'm great.
And I'm joined here with Mr. Brett Denton, all the way from Boise.
Yes, sir.
Woohoo!
Yes, sir.
Can you tell people a little bit about the businesses that you're involved out there in Boise, Idaho, the potato state?
Yeah, absolutely. Got a fitness business called Cavell Fitness and Nutrition, and we got a performance coaching business that helps business owners, entrepreneurs, peak performers reach their peak.
Now, here's the thing is, Brett has a story. I mean, he started at the bottom, okay, kept working hard, has built a very successful company today, and we're going to get into that in just a little bit. But today's main focus is we're talking about the Airbnb story. This is a billion-dollar business started by 3 dudes who went from renting air mattresses to being billionaire business owners. Unbelievable. So if you just missed the earlier segments, you can go back to thrivetimeshow.com and listen to the entire show, thrivetimeshow.com. But we find ourselves in 2007. They go to the South by Southwest conference, convinced that their idea is going to be awesome because they rented their room to 2 people, 2 dudes, and 1 lady for $80 a piece because they couldn't pay their rent. And by the way, they rented out their apartment so they could pay the rent. Therefore, they had to live inside a closet. Then they're like, okay, this is a great idea. They go to the South by Southwest conference. They only sell 2 reservations. So in 2008, to help fund the website, they created Obama O's.
Oh gosh.
For those of you who are going, what are Obama O's? I thought this wasn't. Why isn't this? Is this a political show? I don't know if this is the right show. No, this is not a political show. This is a business show. It's business school without the BS. But these guys started Obama O's, these cereals. They created this cereal right before a major event. Because what happened is in San Francisco, it's like a big, pretty liberal, pretty democratic, it's heavily populated by Democrats. And they had a big political event coming to San Francisco. And so they decided to make these Obama O's. Now, Shark, are you curious about how they made their own cereal line?
I am, but I also want to point out for people that they were equal opportunity, so they represented for the Republicans too, and they made some Captain McCain.
Which didn't sell at all. in
Yeah.
San Francisco. No, but they did sell maybe 2
They tried.
boxes.
They
No,
tried.
seriously,
They
if you
tried.
look it up, it's a historical fact. They didn't sell hardly any of the Captain McCain's. But the thing is, they went ahead and made these Obama O's.
Yeah.
And what they did is they would go to the store, they would buy the generic cereal. Mm-hmm. You get that cereal probably in a yellow box or something.
The big bag.
Big bag.
Big bag.
The big bag, you get the bag.
I want the bag,
It's even
yeah.
cheaper if it's in the bag.
Yeah.
If it's in the box, it's not a good deal, right?
Right.
The Ultra, I forgot. Because I remember growing up as a kid, you had all the yellow boxes.
Yeah.
So I'd open up my cupboard and it'd all be yellow boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd always say, like, great value.
Sure.
Yep.
Oh, this must be a great value.
Yeah.
Every brand is a great value.
Great value.
Wow. So then, but I guess now it's in a box. It's in a bag.
Yeah.
So they bought the cereal in a bag. They take the Obama O's. They take that bag and they put it in the box that they made.
Yeah.
So you're like, you mean they didn't even make their own cereal? Yeah, because they're real entrepreneurs. It's all branding, baby. Now they're selling these boxes of cereal. Guess how much, Sharita, they're selling them for? I mean, if you had to just speculate.
Sure. I would guess like maybe $8 to $10 is what I would guess.
Brett, how much would you pay for some Obama O's?
Yeah, I would say $5 to $10. Yeah.
See, this guy, he shows his political bias, obviously. Now, I would pay like $90 for that. I mean, guess what party I'm a part of? I'd pay $90 for Obama O's. No, seriously, they sold these for $40 a piece. Yes.
Wow.
So they generate $30,000.
Suckers. I'm
of
like
money.
the people who bought them.
So Paul Graham, who is the founder of Y Combinator, okay?
Yeah.
Y Combinator, if you Google Paul Graham, these guys started Dropbox.
Yeah.
Dropbox.com? You mean the billion-dollar business? Yeah. I didn't know that. Reddit.com.
Yeah.
Reddit? But Paul Graham? You mean Airbnb? The same guy? Yeah, they attracted the attention of this guy, Paul Graham. And Paul Graham says, and I'm repeating, you can Google this, historical fact. He says to Brian, you guys are like cockroaches. And they said, what do you mean? He says, you guys won't disappear. You guys keep coming back. I mean, you're funding your Airbnb business, Airbed and Breakfast, by selling Obama O's. So he sits down with them and he says this. He says, guys, the first thing, this is what Brian Chesky said in an interview. I'm reading quote. He says, the first thing Graham, at this point they're buddies. He's like, boom, my buddy Graham, boom. He says, first thing Graham told us was it's better to have 100 people that love you than 1 million people that sort of like you.
That's
Find
good.
100 people that love you.
That's good.
Yeah.
And Brian's like, I thought we were trying to make money here. Oh, good deal that we didn't have 1 million people because we don't. So he invests $20,000 in them.
Mm-hmm.
They just raised $30,000 doing cereal. So like, we're on a hot streak. We got 30, got 20, it's 50.
Yeah.
In San Francisco, we're living in our closet this week.